As the Super Dragon Ball Heroes anime continues to air, we finally have the reveal and finale of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Prison Planet Manga Arc Edition, which showcases the finale and conclusive battle between Goku and Cumber on the prison planet, which sets up the beginning of a brand new arc to come following the events of the prison planet leading directly into the Universal Conflict arc. We have brand new spoilers for Super Dragon Ball Heroes Prison Planet Manga Chapter number 5, as once more, if you guys are new to this channel and love Dragon Ball and anime, then be sure to punch that subscribe button and click the bell icon to always be notified whenever brand new Dragon Ball content is posted onto this channel. And if you guys are excited to see what's to come in the brand new arc for the Super Dragon Ball Heroes manga, then make sure you guys go ahead and slap a big fat like down below. As you may have remembered before, during Super Dragon Ball Heroes Prison Planet Manga Chapter number 4, as it ended off on a cliffhanger with Goku and Vegeta having to be under attack, as we now kick off the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Prison Planet Manga Chapter number 5 edition with Capsule Corp Goku and Vegeta having to be saved by Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. So Goku and Vegeta were saved, ironically by the hands of the Zeno variations of Goku and Vegeta. And as Few looks on, he goes on to state those two, they got themselves trapped in the prison planet on purpose, protectors of history, the Time Patrol. As Zeno Goku goes on to tell Vegeta, it looks like we've managed to save ourselves in time, huh Vegeta? As Vegeta goes on to reply to Goku by stating, I didn't intend to save anyone. As Capsule Corp Vegeta looks down, he goes on to say to himself, so that guy is me. As they look on down below and notice Cumber, they go on to state, so what do we do about him? Leave him be. As Vegeta goes on to state he isn't even the one we're after anyway. As he looks down at Few, Few goes on to state, you really don't know when to give up, do you? After I went through all the trouble of sharing a Dragon Ball with you, you could have at least enjoyed the game a bit longer. As Few lands down below, he notices how something is beginning to trigger Cumber, to where all of a sudden a sudden unexpected surge of energy begins to fuel within Cumber, as all of a sudden Cumber is standing there without his tail, but as unique of a warrior as Cumber is, out of nowhere he uses that same energy in regrowing his tail, which as Goku and Vegeta look down, they go on to state he made a tail of ki. As Zeno Goku goes on to state his power shot up with that tail. Is he a Saiyan? So basically Cumber here used his own energy in regrowing his tail, and after regrowing that tail as confirmed by Goku, Cumber's energy just shot up tremendously. So now this is becoming a problem. Both variations of Goku and Vegeta are understanding right now that Cumber, even with this new energy tail, is still a formidable threat to all four of them as they await his next move. And as they look down, they go on to state if we take too much time fighting him, Few's gonna run away on us again. That's troublesome. Alright, let's use those things the old Kaioshin gave us, insinuating on using the Potara earrings. As Goku goes on to state, so this is okay with you? I thought you've hated fighting this way. As Vegeta replies to Goku by stating, at this point, I don't like either of our options very much. That's all. As they clip on the earrings, just like we've seen in the anime adaptation, the birth of Super Saiyan 4 Vegito happens, as now we are about to witness the beginning stages of Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegito versus Cumber. Meanwhile, on the opposite side on the prison planet arena called the Slums, another battle is taking place between Hatchak and Ozato, and the battle that's waging here is quite remarkable and different when comparing it to the actual anime, because Ozato and Hatchak were never showcased in the actual anime to begin with. So here, on the prison planet, Hatchak is trying to fight Ozato in control of the Dragon Balls that each of them possess. And as the two engage, it looks like Hatchak does gain the upper hand on Ozato momentarily, but as soon as Hatchak believes that he's completely blown away Ozato, Ozato rematerializes behind Hatchak, as Hatchak is doing everything in his ability to prevent Ozato from capturing the Dragon Ball. Ozato reappears behind Hatchak once more and stating, ho ho ho, now that meddlesome smoke of yours should really cease. Also, by the way, I managed to take the Dragon Ball you had on you. Thank you very much. And Hatchak is puzzled because he never once saw Ozato be able to take the Dragon Ball from him. As Golden Cooler and Trunks stand forth, they go on to state looks like those two are nearly done cleaning up too. The smoke is just vanishing. As Ozato's plan was to get rid of the smoke machines but also gather the Dragon Balls, he goes on to state, and with that, I bid you farewell. And with Cooler and Trunks noticing that Ozato had created somewhat of a wormhole behind them, Trunks goes on to state, what is that? No! As both Golden Cooler and Trunks are sent back to the original battlefield in which they came from, as Trunks lands on the floor, he goes on to tell Mai, it looks like we're both able to make it back somehow, but what happened to the other guy? As Mai goes on to tell Trunks, well, I don't know, you two were the only ones that came through. As Trunks states, I see. Well, how's the situation been here? As Trunks looks out near the distance, he notices a massive collision happen near the mountains. And as Trunks noticed this, he goes on to state the person fighting right now, that's Goku and my dad, right? As Mai states, yeah, that's Vegeta and Goku alright, but it looks like their form is from a parallel world, because Trunks now had never seen this version of Goku and Vegeta before. As Super Saiyan 4 Vegito begins to fight off against Cumber, it looks like Super Saiyan 4 Zeno Vegito does have the upper hand against base Cumber, because as soon as Vegito kicks Cumber away, Cumber begins to get infuriated. And it's because of this that Vegito recognizes that indeed he has the upper hand. So here, base Cumber basically stands no chance against Super Saiyan 4 Zeno Vegito, but it's right then and there that Cumber's anger begins to flare so much that he also begins to power up and transform. And as Cumber begins to raise his power level even higher, Zeno Vegito goes on to ask, and he's still raising his power? As Cumber finally transforms into Super Saiyan 3. And it's due to this Super Saiyan 3 transformation that Cumber is not showing any signs of resistance. In fact, his power level is growing so much higher that it's even starting to puzzle Vegito. And it's because of the aura around Cumber that is spawning the influence behind his next attack, because as Cumber is beginning to power up, he's also beginning to release massive amounts of waves of energy. As Few goes on to state, aha, maybe bringing them along was a mistake. If their powers raise any further, even the prison planet's sealed won't hold. Still, overwhelming even the planet's power suppressing seals. How truly fascinating. As Mai and Trunks begin to overlook the battle, Oolong arrives having to shapeshift and having to tell Trunks and Mai, hey, I picked these guys up for ya, and then instantly drops down. As Trunks goes on to state, Father, Goku, Oolong, great job. Can you two move? It looks like we better hurry up and get out of here. As Goku begins to stand back up, something seems very different about him. As Goku states, not yet. My match with him isn't finished yet. As back on the battlefield, Super Saiyan 3 Cumber is overwhelming Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito completely with his attacks. As Vegito begins to bleed, he goes on to state, shoot, he's sending out too many attacks that I can't dodge them all. So yes, Super Saiyan 3 Cumber is in fact stronger than Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that, but it's also confirmed from Vegito himself that Cumber's attacks are so many and large and so fast that Vegito simply can't dodge them. But then as Vegito is getting attacked, suddenly Goku teleports in front of Vegito. And as this happens, we notice how Ultra Instinct Goku manages to save Vegito in this situation, as Vegito is baffled by what Goku had done and asking, gray hair? With Cumber directing his attacks straight towards Goku, Goku instantly, without a moment's notice, does what Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito couldn't do and dodge every single one of Cumber's attacks. So in this particular situation, it looks like Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku is stronger than both Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and Super Saiyan 3 Cumber. As Goku swoops in, he instantly shoots out an attack directly towards Cumber's abdominals. As Cumber begins to stagger behind, Goku goes on to put his hands together and stating, it's over, as he charges up for the Kamehameha. And as Goku charges up for the Kamehameha, it looks like Cumber is also charging up for his finishing attack as well. As Trunks overlooks this, he goes on to state, Goku, what is that form? With Vegeta having to reply by telling Trunks it's Ultra Instinct. And as Vegeta does this, he comes crashing down onto the ground by stating, curses, I've fallen behind Kakarot yet again. But then, somewhere out over in the prison planet, we see how Ozato begins to manipulate time and space itself. Vegito, Cooler, Cumber, Mai, something was felt by everyone, in particular Vegito, as Vegito goes on to ask, what was that weird key just now? That key was his. Could it be somewhere close by? As Mai cries out, "Don't you lose, Goku," we notice how Oolong transforms himself into somewhat of a rocket. As he goes flying out in the distance, everyone's beginning to wonder, "Oolong, what are you doing?" As Oolong cries out, "Sorry, but I'm getting the hell out of here. In a place like that, it doesn't matter how many lives I have, it wouldn't be enough. Let's just at least get a little further away, please." And as Oolong is flying away, he spots Ozato about to use the Dragon Balls. And as Oolong is flying off, he goes on to ask, "What's that guy? Are those the actual Dragon Balls?" And as Ozato is looking down at the Dragon Balls, he goes on to state, "Ho ho ho. How fortunate for me that all of the remaining Dragon Balls were gathered in one spot. Everyone was so focused that even stealing them was easy. The winner of this game is me. Now come forth, dragon, and grant my wish." As the Eternal Dragon Shenron emerges, Shenron goes on to ask, "State your wish. I shall grant a single one, whatever it may be." And as Ozato looks up, he goes on to state, "I don't need a wish to break free from this planet, no. But I do have a single request. Grant me the undying," but then as he's talking, Oolong cuts him off and stating, "Oh, release all of the prisoners from the prison planet now!" And as this happens, Oolong makes the wish. As the dragon states, "Your wish is granted." So Oolong saves the day. But Ozato turns very slowly around as he stares a hole directly at Oolong. And as all of this happens, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Cumber fire off their most powerful attacks against each other as it begins to consume the entire environment. As even then, everyone's beginning to panic as Trunks goes on to state, "It looks like we've got to get the hell out of here." And as they attempt to do so, the entire prison planet is beginning to shake. As out of nowhere we notice how they end up on Beerus' homeworld. As Mai goes on to ask, "Oh, it looks like you finally woke up." As Trunks asks, "Huh? What are we doing here?" As Beerus is shown standing in front of Trunks, he goes on to tell him, "That should be my question. I thought you went back to your future. But even though I overlooked everything and let you return, here I found you've gone and moved through time again." As Trunks replies to Beerus, he goes on to state, "No, you see, I didn't come back, on purpose, Lord Beerus." As Beerus replies, "And I just had woken up in such a good mood, too." As we states, okay, that's quite enough. After listening to my story just now, it would seem that the fact that she and Trunks returned from the future, and is due to a space-time distortion caused by that Fu fellow. As Vegeta goes on to ask, "Are those space-time distortions also why Kakarot's missing?" As Trunks states, "Wait, Goku's missing?" As Mai states, "Yeah, he never came back from the prison planet." As the final image having to be shown is Goku with his back turned in his Ultra Instinct state as the manga chapter comes to a close. So this is without question the finale and conclusion of the Super Dragon Ball Heroes Prison Planet manga arc edition, as the final image having to be shown is Goku walking away, but it looks like the entirety of the prison planet was destroyed as an end result of Cumber and Goku's battle. Now, the only difference here is that we don't get to see Punish Zamasu. We don't get to see Hearts, we don't get to see Orin or Kamen. In fact, Goku's fate is quite unknown, as the end result of his battle with Cumber is what led to the destruction of the prison planet itself. Right then and there, it looks like Trunks had woken up from some sort of a knockout. As he wakes up not knowing where he is, it looks like now, as we begin to go forward in the Universal Conflict Arc edition for the Dragon Ball Heroes manga, based on the spoilers received and seeing how Goku survived, I am going to be touching up on how exactly exactly he ended up surviving and meeting up with the Grand Priest on a different video. But either way, I do want to go ahead and give a big shout out to CypherDB and Tatto Legacy for the translations of this manga chapter, because I think this manga chapter basically summed up everything we needed to know and see, and which happened during the Prison Planet engagement that's going to lead us into the Universal Conflict arc. And I really did enjoy Cumber's presence in the fact that in the manga, he felt very, very different in comparison to his anime counterpart. And this particular manga chapter, although I did not see enough of Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito fighting against Cumber, which was a big flaw to me, it was still entertaining to look at, especially when Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito had Cumber's number in his base form before transforming. So it is confirmed right now that Super Saiyan 3 Cumber is stronger than Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, but Mastered Ultra Instinct Capsule Corp Goku is stronger than both of them. So by the end of all of this, guys, I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your overall thoughts on this manga chapter? What are your thoughts on MUI Goku versus Super Saiyan 3 Cumber? What are your thoughts as to what's going to happen next involving Ozato, involving Golden Cooler, involving all of the other characters that we don't know exactly where they are at this current point in time? Are they alive? Have they survived? Are they dead? And for the 6 sinister characters that are going to be making their arrival after this arc begins, involving Punish Zamasu, Orin, Cumber, Hearts, Kamen, characters of that nature, what are your overall thoughts as to what's to be expected in the coming chapters, guys? Thank you all so much for watching once more. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you guys go ahead and slap a big fat like down below if you guys are new to this channel. And of course, love Dragon Ball and anime. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, everybody. Tune back in for the next video. Leave your thoughts and comments and theories in the comment section below. And I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section, guys. Take it easy and have a great day. Peace.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and all his social media platforms. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you can be the first to know every time that he uploads a new video.
Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god!
The fuck, someone? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes! Jesus Christ, that's huge!